Hello, everyone. It's Carmela, and I'm going to be sharing with you 5 goal setting mistakes. And the best way to do this is to share one a day. So, this is day one. So, I'll be sharing 5 goal setting mistakes. I'll be live every day this week, sharing these tips with you. Um, if you would take this information and immediately apply it into your business, you will see a shift in your business. We're in the second quarter of the year. You don't have to wait until next year to start over or any of those things. You just need to make some adjustments now in your business. So let's do some goal setting mistakes when you come on. If you know some entrepreneurs that could use a little bit of encouragement, make sure you tag those entrepreneurs or share this with them. I am going to share this in my group, and then we're going to jump in and get started. 5 goal setting mistakes that entrepreneurs typically make because we are not we just don't know. Sometimes the mistakes that we make are just mistakes that we're just unaware. And so it's so important that we are always learning, but that we don't get caught up in what I call this trap of just gathering information, but we're not implementing. So, the thing that I focus on is implementation. It's so important for you to take what you learn and implement it immediately into your business. So if you would take the things that you learn and you implement them into your business, you'll begin to see a difference in your business. But if you take the stuff that you learn and you just fill up notebook after notebook, and they're on your bookcase, but you're not making that stuff applicable to you, then you won't see much change and you won't see much growth in your business. So it's really important that you pour into you, right? And that you implement the things that you put into place in your very own business. And so when you jump on, just say hello. Let me know that you're there. I can see you. You can hear me and you can see me. So we're going to get started so that the replay is not awkward for those of you who may be at work and you can't get on until later on this afternoon. So if you see that live button is on this side up there, then you know that we are live. If you don't see that button, you know that it's a replay. And your comments and your thoughts and your questions and concerns are just as important to me as those who are watching live. So make sure you drop your name in the comments. Let us know about your business. Tag your business in the comment. Look, I'm not intimidated by other entrepreneurs. I actually love to see what you're doing. I love to be able to go to your page. If I can't go to your page and within the first 3 seconds find your business, then I'm typically moving on. And so if you're not sure how to do that, you got to make sure you're in our masterclass on Saturday so that I can show you where to put those things and how to tag your business page so that your people can find you quickly. So let's get started. We're going to be talking about 5 goal-setting mistakes this week. On today, we're going to be talking about just mistake number 1. Hey, sis, thank you for jumping on. Now, let me preface this by saying goal setting is an intellectual process, right? Failure comes in the way that we set the goal. It's real important that our mindset be at a certain place when we start setting our goals, because a lot of times, y'all, the reason that we don't move forward is because we don't really understand how to set goals and how to implement them. I'm going to be teaching on this on tonight, so I thought, oh, this is perfect to be sharing with you all on today as well. Now, remember, let me give you this example. I think this will help you. The mindset of an entrepreneur versus the mindset of an employee. As an employee, we have set parameters. We have a job description. We got a supervisor. We accumulate sick leave. When you get sick, you off work, you still get paid. All those things are in place for you as an entrepreneur. You don't give a lot of times those things are in place as an employee. And a lot of times as an employee, we don't give 100% on those people's job. And y'all already know that we don't give 100% on somebody's job as an employee. We're working for a paycheck. But as an entrepreneur, you don't just work for the money. Hear me out. As an entrepreneur, you don't just work for the money. When you're not worried about money, you can be more creative. As an entrepreneur, creativity is going to be your friend. regardless of the product or the service that you're selling, you need to be creative in your business, because it's that creativity that's going to cause you to stand out from the other people that are doing the same thing or similar things in business. And so you can't be worried about money. You can't be driven by money. You need to make money, but it can't be the sole reason why you are in business. It can't be because let me tell you, as an entrepreneur, you're going to have long days. You're going to have late nights. You're going to have early mornings. You have to have a mindset shift in business. It's not like an employee where you can just go to work and do your 8 hours and check it off the box and say, okay, I've done my 8 hours. Where's my paycheck? I'm going to get paid this week. As an entrepreneur, it doesn't work like that. So you have to, me too, Jackie. As an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that you put the time in. You have to put the time in for your customers. You want to give the type of customer service where even if somebody else is selling the exact same thing as you, that your customers value the way you treat them. They value the way you package your product. They value the way you talk to them. They value the way you communicate with them. It's a whole different mindset when you're setting goals as an entrepreneur versus how you think when you're setting goals as an employee. As an entrepreneur, you must constantly underpromise and overdeliver. Somebody need to drop that in the comments. As an entrepreneur, you must underpromise and overdeliver consistently every single day. Because you're an employee, you are an entrepreneur, not just to make money. You are an entrepreneur to make a difference. And so when you show up with that mindset, it changes the game for you as an entrepreneur. It changes the game because at that point, when you show up to make a difference, you realize, wait a minute, I'm not in competition with anybody. When you show up to make a difference, you realize that in this business, you can take the money from your business to fund other things and to help other people and to serve in your community and in your region. As an entrepreneur, you must underpromise and overdeliver. Because if you overpromise and say, I'm going to do this, and you overpromise and you create this big grand thing, and then you underdeliver when my package arrives or my stuff ships late, or you don't know how to talk to people, you don't know how to communicate with people, you overpromise and underdeliver, you lose customers. And the only thing that's more valuable than a brand new customer is a repeat customer. You want your customers to enjoy the experience that they have with you so much that they will continue to come back. So as an entrepreneur, you must underpromise and overdeliver. Here we go. Number one on our goal setting. Y'all give me 10 minutes and I'm going to be off. Actually, give me 8 minutes and I'm going to be done. Goal number one is the goal mistake. This is a mistake. Goal mistake number one is setting a goal that you know you can achieve. That's a mistake. When you set a goal that you know you can achieve, that is a mistake. That's right. The 10X book is an excellent book by Grant Cardone. I have it in my Audible as well. So y'all, that's a great book to read. Setting a goal that you know you can achieve is a mistake. Let me tell you why. If you create a goal that you know you can hit, that means that you have come into agreement with the enemy that your business will be mediocre. Think about that. If you set a goal that you know you can hit, it means that you have come into agreement with doing less than your best. If you come into agreement with that small goal, it means that you are settling in your business for leftovers. You don't ever create a goal that you know you can hit. That's goal mistake number one. Y'all drop that in the comments. Setting a goal you know you can achieve. That's the mistake. Because you got to know where you are and you got to know where you're going. And you must be willing to take the necessary steps to close the gap. You got to know where you are and where you go and take the necessary steps to close the gap. So if you need to make 50 steps to get you from here to here, why would you only just take one? Why would your goal only move you forward one step? That is minimum. That is mediocre. That is leftovers. That is settling. So as an entrepreneur, you never set a goal that you know you can achieve. If you got a product-based business and you're setting goals in your business for the number of products that you want to sell, if you don't have products, those goals don't even make sense, because if you are a product-based business and you don't have product, your business is closed. I'm even talking to those people who sell custom-made products, because you can't have your cabinets empty. What is your special for the week? What is your special for the month? The things that you're running a special on should already be prepared. They should already be made. If I coach you as your coach and you sell a product, I want to know what the special is this month. I want to know what the special is for May, because every day you should be moving products out of your business. Every day something should be special. You should be running some type of acknowledgement so that people know that this is also what I have available. Because if the only thing you ever move out of your business are things that people have ordered, how do they know what it is that you can produce? It's the same thing in a t-shirt business. Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Day is in less than 2 weeks now. So last month in March, you should have already started dropping images of the shirts that you can make so that you can get orders. If you're doing paint parties, you should have already been dropping orders for your mother, daughter, whatever you were going to do, and showing us what that image is going to be. Excuse me. So if you are a product-based business and you don't have any products on the shelves in your business, then your business is closed. And every time somebody places an order, you got to reopen and try to recreate the momentum. And so you got to make sure that, as whether you're selling a product or whether you're selling a service, that there is something always available to your customers. Don't set goals that you know you can achieve. Now, why is that even relevant about your products and things like that? Because when you set the goal, if you set the goal to if you've been making $500 a month in your business, your next goal shouldn't be 600. Your next goal should be to double, triple, or quadruple your goal, because the goal should stretch you. And then before I even give you the last example of that, one, you got to give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. If you are afraid to make mistakes in business, then you will remain stuck. The reason I say give yourself permission to make mistakes is because some of us are so stuck on getting as much training as we can and getting everything perfect before we launch that this time next year, you're still going to be preparing, because it will never be perfect. You will never get it all the way right. But a good entrepreneur, when they make mistakes, they make the correction. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. You grow through the mistakes. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you learn. It's never a loss when you learn, okay, now let's take a look at this. Why did this not sell? What was I missing? And let me tell you, sometimes the reason it didn't sell is because nobody knew. The people that want to support you in business don't know how to support you in business. They don't know how. That's why I offer the smaller workshops like my masterclasses, because people don't fully understand what a business coach do. And so if I do a free training or a workshop or a paid masterclass, it gives you an opportunity to experience time with me, to see how I flow and see how you can get results when working with a business coach. It's the same thing regardless of the product or the service that you're selling. If you're selling a product, do you give it away free? Do you give people samples? Do you allow people to experience it? You should. I'm not telling you to give away everything, but you should have a certain budget of what you give away every single year. You should track everything that goes out of your business. So, okay, think of big corporations, and they give to nonprofit organizations. They have a set budget of what they're going to distribute every fiscal year. You have to do the same thing. Even in your business, I don't care if you're selling ink pens. You got to give away a few of those ink pens for me to see. Why should I get your ink pen instead of the dollar store ink pen? Why does this ink pen write smoother than the other ink pens? Okay, I got these long fingernails. I got to hold it funny. Do you have that little soft thing there to keep me from getting the callus on my finger? You know, what is so special about your pen? Why should I not just go get something cheaper? I always tell you, you don't have to be the cheapest. You just need to be the best. And in order for me to know it's the best, every now and then you got to sow something. You got to give yourself permission to make mistakes. That's right. When you give it away free, people can see it. Now, I'm not telling you to go broke. Remember, I said have a budget. So if I ask you how much are you giving away each year, you should know that, right? And if you giving away something like a pair of shoes, like what Jackie talking about, that ain't something she can do every week. That's a very expensive investment. But that might be something that she do to her VIP customers after they get to a certain place. Then she put all their names in a drawing and then she give away a shoe. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to know your industry and you got to make it where it makes sense financially to you in business. Let me give you this and then I got to jump off here. If the reward of you hitting this goal, because remember, we're talking about setting a goal that you know you can hit. If the reward of you reaching the goal, if you reach the goal, is only going to increase your business by 5%, but it costs you 40% to reach the goal, then that don't make sense. That don't make sense because you had more pain than you had profit. In order for you to hit the goal, the pain of 40%, it costs you more money, it costs you more time, it costs you to sacrifice. So why would I sacrifice 40% in order to see a 5% increase? That doesn't make sense. It's not balanced. This is what I want you to understand. It costs you the same amount to increase your business by 50% than it does to increase it by 5%. It costs the same amount of time, the same amount of energy, because you got to get in front of people. You got to get momentum started. You got to explain to them about your product. You got to give away stuff. You got to do all of these things. So you might as well increase your goal to a place where it makes sense. So if it's going to cost you 40% in pain, then it should be at least a 50% return. So if you actually hit the goal, you've seen your business, because see, if this is the pain, this is my pain here right here, right? If the pain is right here, it don't make sense for your goal to be right here. That don't make sense because you got this much pain and this is going to be your return. It makes more sense for your reward to be above the pain level. This is why you got to increase your goals. If you want to increase your business by $500, add a zero. Increase it by 5,000. Then double it. Increase it by 10,000. Then when you show up, and now you got to increase my business by $10,000 over the next 30 to 60 days, you show up different. You show up different when the goal requires more of you. You show up different when you're taking that business to another level. When the reward exceeds the pain, then you show up in business totally different. Okay? Let me end this with what Les Brown says. He says, it's a quote that he says about goal setting. He said, "It's not that we set the goal too high and miss. It's that we set the goal too low and we hit it. It's not that we set the goal too high and miss. It's that we set these goals so low and we hit it. And when we hit the goal, we're like, oh, I did it. I did it. You did it, but your business didn't do anything better because of it. You did it, but your business didn't grow. You did it, but your clients didn't increase. You did it, but your revenue didn't increase. You hit the goal, but there was no growth. Set the goal higher and push harder." That's exactly right. When you sow into people, man, it changes everything. And you got to make it make sense. Don't make it so easy for you to quit on your business because you didn't set a goal high enough to move your business forward. So the first goal setting mistake on day one is setting a goal that you know you can achieve. That is a mistake. When you set a goal that you know you can achieve, you're coming into agreement with the enemy that your business will be mediocre. You're coming into agreement with the enemy that your business will receive leftovers. You're coming into agreement with the enemy that your business will produce less than its best. And that's not what we do. You set a goal that's going to move your business forward. And even if you miss that goal, you still were higher than where you would have started. So set goals that scare you. Join me back here on every day this week on your lunchtime, and I'll be doing another goal. So tomorrow I'll share goal number 2. I love y'all and have a great day. Make sure you check out that link for our class on Saturday from 10 to 12. The link will be available until all seats are filled. When the seats are filled, it's done. And so we're about half full. So there's room for about 7 more. I think it's 7. There's room for about 7 more entrepreneurs to jump into our masterclass on Saturday. Let me quickly remind you of what that is. We're going to be talking about creating and maintaining momentum in business. We're going to teach you how to repurpose your content and secure advanced sales. And we're going to be talking about setting and achieving your financial goals. How do you do financial projections? Which is why I thought today's goal number 1 was perfect. Because when you have the accurate, perception of your numbers, then you know how to set realistic goals for your business. But if you're not looking at your business except once your numbers except once a year at tax time, you're losing money all year long because you don't have an accurate view of what your business is and where you can go. And some of you need an assistant. Some of you are at a place in your business where you need help. And if you don't shift your thought process in business, then you will always be behind. Let me give you this example, and I got to get out here, y'all. Listen, if you pay the IRS $10,000 this year and you were struggling getting your orders out and connecting with your people and all that, why wouldn't you take that $10,000 this year and apply it to an assistant? You get to choose where your money goes. If you are not a good steward of your finances, then you're going to always be giving it to the government at the end of the year. Yes, it's great to make a profit in your business, but you should get to determine, here we are again, where those funds go. You got to be a good steward of your business and the growth in your business and know when to add, know when to take away, know when to move, know when to shift, know when something is not working. You know, so many different components are necessary for you to be a successful entrepreneur, and discernment is a really, really key one. All right. So goal number 1 was setting a goal too low, one that you know you can hit. I want to challenge you to add some zeros to it so that you can show up differently in your business. I'll see y'all on tomorrow.